All right. Hi, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to another episode of A Fresh Twist.
Hey.
Yes, where the show begin. Listen, today I went to go and get my hair braided, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's only one lady that has touched my hair braiding wise in the
Right.
UK. But I tell you, she amazing. Hey, Georgina. But I tell you, she amazing. So she braided my hair, and in the
Uh-huh.
midst of braiding my hair, she was like, "This looks so good." So I was like, "Yeah, because you doing it."
She got you hyped up
Yeah,
before she
right.
even finished. That's good. That's vibes. Yeah.
I was
That's good
like,
energy.
Jesus. She was like, every time you come here to get your hair done and you give me a style, she's like, I just be amazed by it. You just always come out looking so good. I'm like, yeah. No, I didn't go to avant-garde. I went to a lady named Christy in South Croydon. What is that? South Croydon. Yeah, she's in South Croydon. She's in South Croydon. Her name is Chrissy. I can never remember the name of her store. I can never remember it. Yeah, but her braid is when I'm ready to look fly, fly. Yeah, that's who I go to. Yeah, South Croydon. Right there, I think I could take the bus to come to where you live, Georgina. Could catch the bus right there. But she's not, and she's very inexpensive because she was like, normally this braid is like 80 pounds or more, but she just charged me 40. And it's long, like it's long as
Yeah,
hell.
it looks long.
Hey, that's my girl. It's only two people that touch my hair here, and she's one of them. She is one of them. All right, tonight, guys, we will be talking about understanding the culture of beauty. Yeah, I think this will be an interesting topic because I want to hear people's opinion tonight. I really, really do. I want to hear people's
Yes.
opinion tonight. I really, really do. It should be fun.
It will be.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice. It will be fun, man. It will be fun. So I no longer do the 5 minute waiting period because I
Right.
feel like it chop we talking time.
Right. Because that
Yeah,
hour
for
usually
real.
flies by. Like, it's like,
Exactly.
where did the time go? Where did the
Exactly.
time go? Yeah.
So we're gonna start this show right now, and I'll let you know how we just do it with an intro. So here we go.
Thank you to our sponsors, Fort Fightins, Funky Fat Cosmetics, Sincerely Her Story, Bella Dynamite Accessories, Ebenezer Real Estate Services Limited, and Utopia Natural Face and Body. For more information about our sponsors, check our Facebook and Instagram at Sincerely Her Story. This is a live streaming of A Fresh Twist Co. with JC and Friends Season 4.
And welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Guys, y'all know who I got with me, Kafisha.
Hey, it's been
I got
a minute, guys. It's been a
Kafisha.
minute. It's been a minute, but
I
I'm
know,
here tonight.
right? So we have Kafisha with us tonight. And guys, before the show starts, I just want to take time to just remember one special person. And when I say that, I can speak for Kafisha, I can speak for Brill, I can speak for myself because she was someone that we know personally. Um, So, for those who are listening, if you know Miss Suzette Haggerty passed, and we just want to take this time to remember her and just say condolences to the family that, experiencing her loss. Major, major loss in the community right
Yeah,
now.
for sure.
She was an amazing teacher, though. She really was.
Yes, most
Yeah.
definitely.
I didn't get
Definitely.
her because of how I was already like past with the class that she taught. But I
Yeah.
know you and Brill had her as a teacher as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was an amazing person, and
Yep.
could never forget her.
Exactly. Same here. Never really will forget her. So
Yeah.
we just want to take a moment of silence just to remember her and celebrate her life on earth that she shared with us. All right. Thank you guys so much for participating in that. We really do appreciate it. And again, our sincere condolences to her family. All right. So tonight, I'll probably before we start, because when we get in conversation, yeah, there's no end. It will be no end. Um, but guys, so we do have a giveaway coming up. It's going to be, hold on, let me check my calendar. The 23rd of June, we will be doing a raffle. There are a lot of prizes to win. So all you have to do is I'm going to check from episode 1 to until episode 5. And the people that's on here commenting and participating, your name will be in the raffle. So you know what to do. Comment, call in tonight, yeah, do the things, do the things. Because we will be watching and picking names. And good
Yeah.
night, Miss Shirley. All right, so let me start. Tonight, I'll get in my accent. So this is Trinity here.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me talk. By the way, guys, just to let you know that this conversation is really our opinion. We just sharing our opinion, and I would love for you guys to share your opinion with us. uh, I will put the link out so that you could call in and share your experience as well, or just put it in the chat and I'll post it up. So share your opinion with us tonight. So let me start. So can we all agree that some of us, and I use some, 'cause I can't speak for everyone, right? Weren't taught about the meaning of beauty and how to identify it.
Agreed.
That's true.
Agreed. Yeah. I feel as though people identify beauty with the outer.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, because they always, to me, I think they always identify it with surroundings.
Yeah.
Like it was always like a nature thing. Like you would go to a place and you would be like, "Oh wow, this place is so beautiful," or "Oh my god, this hiking trail was nice." Like it was just all based on like nature things.
Right.
But we weren't taught like how to see beauty within ourselves or
Mm-hmm.
even within another person.
Yeah,
It would just be like the external things of that person.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So today we will just touch on that topic. We'll definitely touch on why do we see things this particular way. So we will try to understand how our culture defines beauty. As Trinidadians, how do we define beauty? And as a person like me, who like I live in different places. So how do that culture as well define beauty, and how we could define it for ourselves and express it the way how we want to express beauty. So let me start, man. Let me start. So, Kafisha, I have a question
Mm-hmm.
to you. How would you define beauty?
For me, all right. Okay, so for me, I would define beauty as more of a characteristic thing. Like, great qualities in a person, you
Mm,
know, for me that is beautiful. I would look at the heart and not this alone.
okay.
Yeah.
Not just the face. You want
Not
to.
just the face. I want to know what's inside there. What are you made of?
Hmm, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, in the comments, let me know what is your how would you define beauty? Let me see if I could pull up some people thing. How would you define beauty? What does beauty mean to you? Or how would you express that?
Mm.
You know, so mm, Shirley say come from within. It come from
Come from
within.
within.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah. I think society has defined beauty in several ways. And we know that beauty can be based on physical characteristics, and some people see beauty in things that are not common to the eyes of others. And others, they will say that there's no specific thing that defines beauty because, the old saying that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Beholder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But according to Oxford Dictionary, beauty, the meaning of beauty, well, beauty is a combination of qualities such as shapes, color, or form that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially the sight. So, for example, you know, well, we married, so we can't really you can't say it too much, but like when you walk down the street when we were single, we walk down the street and we see somebody, and the first thing you will look in that guy, you'll see a guy, and you will just be like, ooh, either he had a good smile or something, his eyes or eye color, and you're like, that's
Ooh. Ooh. Listen,
it.
there's this saying my friend and I is like, I could watch the menu just to order. Could watch the menu, just don't order from that
Yeah, yeah,
menu.
well, yeah, that, yeah, that. So you could still watch
But
red
yeah.
flag. Yeah, you could still watch, but like that is considered beauty because it really wakes up your sense. It makes you feel good. I don't know if I see somebody walk over with some nice eyes and you're like, dang, you know,
Yeah.
eyes do
Even
it.
for even not even like even for women, like I would see a woman that's looking like all right,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and I'd be like, wow, she pretty, or not even
Yeah.
pretty, but she's beautiful. And that's the thing, I think we need to
Mm-hmm.
differentiate pretty from
And
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Because
because yeah.
go ahead.
Just the other,
Go ahead. I
like
wanted to say it. I wanted to say it.
probably like when that was Monday, one of my friend, another friend of mine, she messaged. I posted a picture and she messaged, and she was like, Kafisha, when God was making you, he something about beauty, something she said when God was sharing beauty, you passing the line twice.
Whoop.
And then she said, but you're real pretty. But think about it.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's two totally different things.
And
She used the analogy of beauty, God giving me beauty, but then
mhm.
she says that I'm so pretty. So it's
Pretty.
like, you know?
Which one is it?
Yeah.
And I think that's the confusion that we have, especially in the community that we grew up in. I think that's the confusion we
Yeah.
have because that's why I started out saying like nobody really taught us about beauty so much because they will always say, oh yeah, she's a pretty girl, but they will
Yeah.
never say like, oh my God, wow, she's beautiful. Or they will always associate the word beautiful and anything beauty with something. It will never be
Right.
related to like a person. They'll just be like, oh, she pretty, oh, she good looking.
Yeah. Good
And
looking.
that's why I
Yeah.
say we were never taught about beauty, that beauty itself could be like, a shape, a color,
Yeah.
or like something like a person could just be
Beautiful.
beautiful,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
In spite of their shape, in spite of their color, in spite of,
Exactly.
they having nice eyes, nice lips, nice, in spite
Yeah,
of that, they can be beautiful
they can
because
be
it's
beautiful.
all about, and I guess too, for me is like, okay, how do you perceive beauty? Because I may perceive beauty differently to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I may perceive, but does it mean that my perception and your perception
It's wrong. Like your
is
perception, because the
wrong?
way how you see it, it's wrong. No,
Yeah,
because it's all on how you choose to define what beauty is.
yeah,
It's
agreed.
all on how you choose to. So for me, I believe that beauty is the true essence of acceptance.
Yes, agreed.
I think once you accept yourself and you accept that reflection in the mirror, that and you get to pass all that shell and you really, really connect with you. Oh my God.
Mm,
That is like a
yes,
whole different level of like life or
agreed.
living.
When you get to that place, it
Mhm.
usually radiates on the outside. Eh?
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
does.
It does. I swear. I swear. For me, so let me give a little story, a little backstory. Um, so for me, I think I fully accepted beauty. And when I say accept beauty, I mean like what I just explained, right? I fully accepted that in my late 20s.
Right.
Because when I was younger, people would be like, "Oh my God, you look good. You're so good looking girl. You're this, you're pretty. Come and see yourself in the mirror." And it was more so of a punishment or like a kind of manipulation.
Hmm.
Like they would tell you you're pretty just to get something, or they would tell you you're pretty so that you could do what they want you to do.
Yeah.
So, and then most times it's like when they say you're pretty, and then you see what they admire or what their standard of beauty is, it's kind of like that. It doesn't look like me. And I
Agreed.
think that happens a lot. Like other people tend to um say somebody look pretty and then they equate beauty to something far apart from what they just call pretty. So they can't connect. Oh, I think you mute Kafisha.
Yeah, I sent you a
Yeah.
private message. You got
All
it?
right.
Yeah.
Let me see. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think beauty for us, especially in our community, um they just never what we think is beauty or what other people say is beauty and then they tell us we're beautiful, it just don't match. It don't match. And that make a lot of people confused. They feel like, oh well, maybe I'm actually not beauty, because if that person like that, then I don't look like that. And then you start comparing yourself to that thing. So guys, why Fisher run away? Let me just say everybody, good night, everybody that came in late. Good night, good night. Sharice, I like what you said. Beauty is a state of mind and a way of life. Yeah, that is true. It definitely is. I have Shirley here. It comes from within. Yeah, it definitely do. It definitely do. And then John said the movie Shallow Hall is about outer beauty and
Out
inner
of beauty
beauty.
and
Funny
inner
movie,
beauty.
but serious.
I think I need to take that in.
Yeah.
I totally need
Yeah.
to take that in.
So that's what beauty is to me. And that's I didn't accept beauty not until my late 20s. I would say probably about 26, 27. That's when I really and truly accepted beauty. Because it really, really do show. And you do even makeup and all these different things.
Yeah.
Because you will see somebody with a full face of makeup, like pack beat to the
Yeah.
gods. And then, you'll be like, ugh, it still don't give you the wow.
Yeah, like,
It's
yeah.
just like, okay. All right. Yeah. But that's true. And even people who go and do surgeries and all these different things, you will see them like beat thousands at the body with thousands of dollars. And you're
And
just like,
it's
ah,
something there is just missing.
yeah.
It's something
Yeah.
that's missing. Yeah.
So it definitely comes from within. I would say it
Mm-hmm.
definitely comes from within. But where do you think the idea of beauty comes from?
Hmm. I mean, as a child, you would always hear, um, like, all right, you would see somebody, or all right, let's just say a baby.
Mm-hmm.
When this baby is born, right? It's like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, this child is so beautiful, or this child
Mm-hmm.
is so pretty, he's so handsome, he's cute, eh? So in your mind, like automatically, like a baby has no sort of characteristic. They're not displaying anything as yet. They're
Mm-hmm.
newborn. And at that moment, when you hear any your parents or anybody say, describe this child as beautiful or very nice, that's what you would think, like that's what
Exactly.
beauty alone, like it relates to that alone, the outer.
Yeah. Cause well, and this baby, so everybody like, oh my god, it's so cute, it's so beautiful. Even though, sorry, I was going to say something, but I can't say it. Even if it's not pleasing to the eye, but yeah, no, that's just the things that I say about babies. Like, oh my god, it's so cute. But this, I read this statement and doing research and all this different stuff. So researcher says that our perception of what's attractive may not be so much about physical features as our environment and social context.
Mhm.
However, we're also influenced by society stereotypes and our family or cultural background.
Right.
And reading that statement, it made me think about how we as adults have been affected by how we grew up. Listen to me.
Mm.
Travel with me here.
I'm traveling. I am traveling. I'm in the front seat.
So our views, I personally believe, remember you guys, remember this is my opinion, right? So I personally believe that our views have been altered on what we considered beauty to mean. For example, now don't get mad here. I'm gonna say some things here. Don't get vexed with me. Stay with me. Don't get vexed with me. Um, so we have this way of judging others, right?
Mm-hmm.
We
I'm with
do.
you.
We
I'm with
judge each
you.
other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Um, but I'm going to bring up colorism.
Yes.
For those who don't know what colorism is, it's prejudice or discrimination against individuals with dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group,
Mm-hmm.
right? But let's say, for instance, you grew up in a household that constantly talks about their dislike for people with dark skin.
Yeah.
Their children are going to be raised in that culture, and they will tend to have an altered understanding of beauty and dark skinned people together.
Yeah. That's true.
What's your take on that?
It's true. You hear it all the time. Like when I was growing up, and even today, like in social media, you don't have long hair, you're not beautiful. Because beauty apparently is synonymous with you having long hair, your
Mm-hmm.
skin being of a particular shade. So as long as you cross NC 50 for my Mac girls,
Oh wow.
you are not considered beautiful. And it's a shame that we are so shallow as humans, or we can be so shallow as humans.
But why is our culture like that? Why is it that our society, especially now I in the Caribbean, are Trinidadian today, right? So why it is that our culture is like that? Why it is that we place so much emphasis on colorism and we don't understand that that affects the way how individuals see beauty, you know? Why we do that? Anybody can answer that in the
People in the
comments. I would love
comments
to. Yeah.
calling all it out.
And somebody said,
Anika, she said it's systematic. All habits die hard. Yes,
mm.
it's
Somebody says this
generational.
is spot and I tolerate no negative talk about course here. Society
Mm.
literally teaches little girls to hate themselves. I'll tell you guys a little, well, I wouldn't say it's an incident, but I just heard this little child say it. When I tell you beautiful child, skin smooth. I even wish I had she skin. And
Mm-hmm.
smooth, pretty little girl. And we were sitting down in the living room, and she said, just all of a sudden, she just said, she said, I hate my skin.
Mm.
So I was like, why? Why do you hate your skin? She's like, because my skin black and it looked dirty. Now this child was 7 years at the time.
Mm.
She said, I wish I was light skinned like you or like one of them kids in the class. And I just couldn't believe it because these are conversations that kids
I
bringing
haven't,
up
yeah.
now about that's how their view is of dark skin is altered because they hear people saying that they equate dark skin to being dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So now she thinks that she's dirty. So she don't even think that she's beautiful at that point. So that's something I think that we really need to like take responsibility and
Mm-hmm.
accountability and
Yeah.
try to like reverse that because when it starts
Yeah, and
affecting our
change.
kids and
Yeah.
you have to
Change
change
the
it.
narrative. Change the narrative. Yeah. We need
Exactly.
that. We really need that.
Because you have to understand culture happens because of families.
Mm.
Cultures happen because of families. So we have a culture because of a group of families. So we have to change what our culture is and it starts from our home.
Yeah. Agreed.
Let's start working on that. Let me read some comments. Let me see some comments here. So what's the difference between beautiful and gorgeous? Hmm, that's actually a really good question. What do you think that is?
The difference between beautiful and gorgeous.
Mhm.
When you describe somebody as gorgeous, are we talking about? For me, I would think that you are looking at the person like, wow, you have either pretty facial structure, or you have nice lips, or just you're just well put together from
Mhm.
head to toe. You're just well put together. But when you describe somebody as beautiful, it's like, wow, I can see your soul. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like you're beautiful. Like you're just not pretty. You're not just gorgeous. You're beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
agree with you. I would definitely say the difference for me is beautiful is like, you just want to be in that person's presence and you
yes.
just enjoy that because it could like you just
Bask in
have that
that
aura.
energy. Yes.
You just have
yes.
that welcoming aura, like, yes.
Listen, we're having this conversation,
Yeah.
and my mind is like, oh my god, I can think of some beautiful people right
Yeah.
now. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's like when you're just open to it, you're just
Yeah.
and then when you're gorgeous is like, you have that short moment of
Like yeah.
and then you're like, okay, all right, bye, like you have
okay.
those magazine people and you're just like,
Yeah.
they are gorgeous. Magazine people, they are gorgeous. I mean, some people are beautiful too, but when you see a person in a physical sense and they're just like you just want to be around them, I would say definitely beautiful. So that would
yeah.
be my difference. Um Somebody said adults need to do better. Yeah. Say it breaks my heart. They are here in the conversation at home. Yes, they really, really are. They are. We need to start changing our talks from home. We really do. I know it's a hard thing because it's habit. And once we have habits of doing certain things,
But that's where
so
self awareness comes in, right? Because if you are
mhm,
very aware of the culture you are creating and you would like to change that culture, then you need to be aware that, hey, this is not healthy. And
exactly.
I need to stop here. And it may take a while, Nobody's not saying that in one day, at the snap of a finger, I would be different. But if you are very aware, then you would start making changes to change the conversation, to change the narrative, to break that generational curse.
Exactly. John have something here. He said, what about the historical acceptance of beauty? What we think is beautiful today is different than 10 years ago or 100. Of course it is because society is changing. We don't dress the same way we used to dress back in the 1800s. Yeah, so society is changing, so people changing, and I think now we are open to different things now. we are open to different perspective of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
I think people now are aware that they can identify or define beauty for themselves. So they create whatever they want to dress or be like, or whatever they identify to be beautiful, they just do it. But then you have different cultures that perceive beauty to be different. So, for example, um, I don't know if you guys know about lip plates. So, lip plates is something that is made of clay, and you put it in your mouth and it stretches out the lip. So, in Africa, there are tribes called the Musori Chai and the Tumra tribe. So, they stretch their lips out with small clay plates. And when I tell you stretch it to the point they have like a big ring in the lip. And that's beauty for them. That's a
For
sign
them.
of beauty. The bigger it is the more beautiful the woman looks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So everybody identify or perceive beauty to be as something different, but
Yeah.
it's what their culture is. What their culture is. Also, and you guys should look it up. You guys should definitely look it up and see what it is. So in Kenyan, well, in Myanmar, if I'm saying the country correct, there is this thing where women they have to have elongated necks. So they wear gold metal to stretch their necks
Right.
so that they could be beautiful. And they start doing this at the age of 8. So we all identify or define beauty based on our culture, and different cultures define beauty however
Different.
they please to.
Mm-hmm.
We might watch it and say, "Oh hell nah, I ain't
Yeah.
stretching my neck. I ain't walking out
Yeah.
here looking like a turkey."
Yeah.
You understand? But that's how they do it. And now Trinidad culture. I'm gonna ask some people who in Trinidad as well. What do you guys perceive or define as beautiful? Like in your culture, what is beautiful?
Big
What do you
bumper.
define?
Wait. I don't know. I like wildness, right? So, in all the seriousness, you must have a little bit of humor going on somewhere.
Oh God.
But yeah, no. But I mean, let's be real. For men, especially.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hmm. We must have a big bumper. Yeah. Yeah, I want to know. I want the listeners and viewers. I want you guys to tell me in your culture some things that is that defines beauty in your culture. It could be weird. Yeah, it could be weird. Like when is this day? African something. African. What is this? Well, it is dress up like Africans and all this put all the like, garments and all these different
Well, for
things.
emancipation.
Yeah, that.
What do you mean, yeah, that?
Girl, I forget. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Jesse.
Take it, man, card. Oh gosh, take it, take it, take it.
Oh yes, you are, sis. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see, these are the things that our culture perceive to be beautiful. And even in doing some research too, so curvy body figures in rural villages in Mauritania, a voluptuous body is considered a symbol of wealth and beauty.
Really?
That
Define
is,
voluptuous.
huh?
Like how, like, is it just like
Like
a
you had to be
curvy or
curvy.
thick?
Yeah, you
Because
had to be.
you could be curvy, but or
They
you
use
could
the
be
word
thick.
voluptuous.
Okay, got you.
They
Because
use the word
I know I'm about to
voluptuous.
be like, better I move over there. I need
Yeah,
to
but
catch a
that's how,
flight.
and that's beautiful. And the girl believes, and they believes like the bigger the girl is, the more beautiful she is.
Mm,
Susie, we all have different ways of perceiving
and
beauty.
defining beauty, yeah.
Yeah, let me see what bros say. Bros say, based on what you said, beauty or being beautiful can be based on the physical appearances of a person as well as their personality or inner self. This is taught to us by our parents when growing up. However, the unlearning of what true beauty is can happen as teens, like especially in our current culture, where the society deems as beautiful is mostly our appearance, which can cause low self esteem and self mutilation,
Mutilation.
such as plastic surgery, invasive and non invasive. What we can teach, what we can teach. All right, bro.
She's
Yeah,
still
that is true.
typing. She's
She's
still
still typing.
typing.
No, that is true. That is true. I think when you were, I have different views on that because this is what I would say. Yes, our parents always tell us, oh yeah, you're beautiful or whatever. But then I think sometimes when our parents are frustrated and they say things like,
Mm,
don't do that, you'll make your face ugly. Or don't pull your face like that, you'll make your face ugly. It was always something to debunk the beautiful part. So that's how we started listening to kids in school now who will tell you, like, oh yeah, you're ugly, or you're dark skinned, so you're ugly, and they start calling your names.
yeah.
So sometimes it do come from the house too, with
Yeah, I think,
frustration.
yeah, I think it definitely starts there.
Yeah. Rose, what can we teach the new generation to help them with this issue? Um, Kavisha, you have any ideas?
What can we teach the new generation to help with this issue? That beauty is more than the skin, is more than the face, is more than your shape. It's what's in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's the bottom line for me. Like I would keep saying that all night because for me that's what beauty is, like truly for me.
Yeah, is what's in the heart.
Yes, what's in the heart.
Me, I would say have different conversations. Have
Yeah.
different conversations with your kids, and not just limit your conversations to just what you as a parent think beauty is. But I say, like, now we have access to Google. We have access to things that worldwide. We could go on Google and look at different cultures and see. You don't have to travel. You understand what I mean? You don't have to travel. I think being open and limitless on that conversation, you would be able to teach your children beauty. They will be able to define what beauty is. And don't be prejudiced. Shouldn't have said that, but okay, don't be limited in what could be considered beautiful.
And listen, like okay, perfect example, something that happened to me like last night. So my son, you all know boy children. My son jumping, playing, fell and broke his big boy. Yes. This is
Ooh.
not baby teeth. This is not the baby teeth where you know it went and fall out.
Yeah,
So initially, like my mind, I was like, oh my God, he's gonna have this for the rest of his life. He's gonna have this for the rest of his life. And then I had to remind myself that, hey, like this is your child, and not because he has a chipped tooth means that he's not handsome or
yeah,
he's not going to be, he's not going to excel, or he's not. And I mean, it could fix, but
yeah, exactly.
it's just I had to remind myself, like, because initially, like in that moment, I was like, oh my God, girls not gonna like you, like girls, like you. Oh,
But you see how far your mind went?
Exactly. It happens, but it takes that, like I said, awareness and shift in conversation and the mindset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So let me talk about this big thing called social media now.
Mm, 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 mm,
So
mm.
so to me, social media, yeah, I think social media is get blamed for a lot of things. I do. That's again, guys, this is my personal opinion. Fight me if you want, but it's my personal opinion. I think social media get blamed for a lot of things, especially for society's beauty and its standards. A reason why I'm saying that because to me, I think social media is a beautiful platform. This platform allowed a lot of us to define what beauty is. And why I say that because we get to see it's more diverse. We get to see people like us now. Whereas before TV, and sorry, I don't know if there's anybody younger than, where all it had TV only. But before there was, the TV just represented what European beauty standards were.
Mm,
Like all the models were white, skinny,
slim, straight hair.
blonde hair.
Mm,
And
yeah.
they had the big boobs at that time, flat
Mm-hmm.
bottom.
Yeah.
That was their standard of beauty. So I think now with social media, we get to see people um, come out and say, no, this is beautiful. Yeah, I have this is my shape. Yeah, but I'm still beautiful.
Yeah.
This is my size. Yeah, I'm still beautiful. This
Yeah.
is my hair texture. People walk around with afros now.
Afros. Listen, I'm not going to be putting any relaxer in my hair ever again. I'm done with that. Done, done.
Because we got to see that on social media.
Yeah.
We got to see representation, as is like to say,
Mm-hmm.
representation matter. And I think with social media, we get to see that. Yeah, there's the bad side to it. Yeah, we will say that's we see horrible things there, but also there's the good side to it that we sometimes don't acknowledge. Like Pinterest. We could go on Pinterest as a black woman. Sorry to say it like that here, but we could go onto Pinterest as a black woman and say, hey, I could find a hairstyle besides
Mm.
weave.
Yeah. Agreed.
YouTube. We could find out about black culture. We could find out about all these different things because now social to me, that's the best thing about social media.
Yeah.
How do you
Though
feel
it
about that?
has its toxic side, in that I still think that there are certain class or type of women that are portrayed more as beautiful.
Mhm.
Hence the reason a lot of people are probably running towards plastic surgery and that kind of thing. So, slim waist, big butt.
Exactly.
Yes, we do have representation on there, but there's like Anika said, well, Sharice, but I know her as Anika, right? Duality is life in general. So with good comes the bad, and that's so true.
Exactly. Exactly. But we need to also not just acknowledge the bad part. Let us acknowledge the good
The
too.
good,
Let
yeah.
us bring that forth. You know? John said, well, let me read from sincerely his story. Hold on. Social media has reshaped what beauty looks like. We see top models with skin as dark as midnight being paid top dollars for how they look. I love social media for this. And
Yeah.
that's true. Because we get to see. Anyways, I'll get to that point just now. Let me see, John. John. Then said there's so much pressure in middle school and high school for conformity. Sometimes this continues into the workplace. Some children are bullied because of their looks. How do we teach our children to be individuals and love their looks while balancing the pressures of social acceptance?
Yeah.
How you feel? How
That's
you feel
that's
about
like that's like me last night, and I had to remind myself that, because no, listen, I was thinking, oh my god, they're gonna make fun of my child in school, because you all know children can
Mm.
be very,
Very cruel.
very cruel.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't want it for myself, so of course I will not want it for my child, but I also have to be, that reminder for him that, hey, it's okay, you're brilliant, you are handsome, you are everything and more, you are enough,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Like I said, I like how you said that. You had that. You have to have that conversation with your children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because at the end of the day, they are children. Yes, and regardless of if these children are bullying and doing all these different things, yes, those things will happen. But these are children, so you still have to have those conversations with them to
Yeah,
build that confidence back in them so that they know, like, okay, I am not the problem. But when your child is being bullied in school and they tell you and you don't try to counter that, then you
yeah,
they will just feel worse than what they already feel like.
yeah. Because somehow, as human beings, we tend to take the negative on more than the positive. So it's a constant reinforcement. Like, hey, no, forget that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And sometimes too, I would say that sometimes too, taking your kids out of certain environments, when I mean by that, introduce them to different things, introduce them to see, to have different experiences, take them to see new things, to be able to create new things, to expand their minds so that they are not limited into that thinking that this is what life is, this is what beauty is, this is what I'm supposed to be like.
mm-hmm.
Move them away from the environment, open their minds, and have those conversations with them. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. Um, Someone said, so if you're constantly shoving negative comments at them, they start believing it. Exactly.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that. I agree with that. Guys, you guys could call in if you have anything to share. You could call in. I will keep it anonymous. Nobody will know you called. It will just be a voice. You could change your name. So if you want, click the link. It's there. It's there in the chat, and you could definitely call in. You could definitely call in. So back to what I was saying before with the models and stuff. So I had a conversation with my mom, right? And I
mm-hmm.
asked her a question. I asked her, how did her generation represent beauty? And the first name she mentioned was Cleopatra. So I started to laugh because I was like, Cleopatra. She's like, yeah, if you really pay attention, a lot of people from her generation, the name Cleopatra, but it had Cleopatra in the name. So I was like, why is that? She's like, because TV depicted Cleopatra, who is supposed to be an Egyptian woman, but she had on TV, on their TV, they saw this Egyptian woman who had milk white skin, straight long hair, and blue eyes.
Mm.
You hear where I said she's from, right?
Wow.
She's Egyptian. Milk white skin. Now, not saying that there aren't fair skinned people there, but you have to, if you portray that, you're trying to tell me that in Africa that's what people look like.
Yeah,
So they believe that to be true, and that's what their representation was. That's what they saw beauty to be. And then even though they had magazines, like I forget the name that she called. My if you remember the name of the, the magazine, put it in the chat for me that he used to have when he was younger with black people. Yeah. She said even when she get those magazines, the black people still try to emulate the white people, like they were
right.
skinny, tall, the fair skin or bleach, as we know the bleach culture, the bleaching culture.
Mm.
And that's from back then. So they had the same kind of experience, but we just, I think our generation, our generation just have the diversity of what beauty is. What do you think about that?
Agreed. Are we hearing people? Any comments?
Yeah, let me see. We have a few here. Cherie said, I can proudly say my son sees beauty in everyone. He is pretty, no judgment already at 12. That's good. That is really, really good. European influence again, whitewashing history. That is true. That is definitely true. You guys could call in and talk to us and let us know your opinion on this. Have input. You don't have to put your picture up there. Nobody knows you calling. Nobody knows you calling,
You
you
are
know?
beautiful either way, okay? We
Yeah,
just remind
definitely.
you.
Yeah. So I think that's what beauty is about. It's really about within, you know? It's within. And as a culture, we have to be mindful of that and teach our generation, the generation to come, your kids, generation after that, teach them to not look at beauty that way, not the
Yeah.
bad way. Try to be open with it. Is there anything you would like to share about beauty?
Other than it coming from within, like you said.
Promoting that.
We promoting that all night, 100%. We're going down the road with that story. That's my story, and I'm sticking with
Okay,
it.
oh
No,
my
guys, but
god.
I mean, in all honesty, it is the truth. Like, we can't be so shallow. I would say
Exactly.
that, yeah. I think that if we continue to view beauty as just this or shape, or I think we'll continue with this cyclical
Yep.
behavior. And we really need to change the conversation. We need to change the narrative. We need to change the culture. We could be that change.
Exactly. Because if we just become more aware of it, we could definitely be that change.
Yeah.
So to me, what I would like to say is this. I want to say that everyone, you are beautiful because you are unique.
Yeah.
And there's no right or wrong when it comes to beauty. We all have our own definition of what beauty is, and yes, you can have your own definition of what beauty is. As long as it's not hurting anybody, you can have your own, right? And I think that's what makes it so powerful. We
Mm-hmm.
should never let any media opinion define who we are or what we do because we can never be perfect enough. So you be beautiful in your own way because
Mm-hmm.
beauty, like Cherie said, beauty is a state of mind. It really is. So don't let any
Added to
definitions.
that, what I would add to that is not because you define beauty now means that it would look like that forever.
Exactly.
It can change and it will
It does.
change.
It really, really do.
And it's okay for it to change as long as you stick with it.
Yeah. So don't let any definition stand in your way between you and your happiness and
Yeah.
your beauty. Pamper yourself, love yourself, understand yourself, you know, and
Be you, show up.
yeah, keep going and stay true to yourself. Stay true to
Yeah.
you. You could work on redefining what beauty is for you after this conversation. You could go and write down or try to start identifying what that is for you and just teach it to your kids, teach it to your children. So, guys, we'll end this one a little early tonight. We can end this one a little early tonight. So, wait, I have a comment here. Um, in time, I think as women, we tend to compete with each other for a partner. Our society was small and we shared boyfriends, so we were hurtful to each other. So happy now that women are loving themselves more and
And
changing the
changing the
game.
game. Mm.
Yeah,
Coming out of that comment, I can say beauty is really and truly about knowing your worth too. Eh? like knowing like yeah, I am with that. I deserve that. And
Yep.
add tax on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to know
Woman.
your worth. But I think once you start, because it's easy to say know your worth, but once you start accepting yourself, then
Mm,
automatically you know your worth. Because there,
yeah.
once you start accepting yourself wholly, there is some things you just can't be around, can't deal with, don't tolerate, and so it goes.
Yeah.
So you automatically start knowing your worth. So yeah, know yourself, accept yourself, love yourself, and be beautiful. Shine from within. You know? Yeah,
Yes,
because beauty do come from within. And
it
just
does.
yeah, just appreciate it. I know I appreciate beautiful people. I really, really do. I really appreciate beautiful
I
people.
do too.
Yeah. Because it's really nice to be around. Just a vibe, you know? It's just a vibe. It's a
Yeah. Yeah,
vibe.
good energy. Yeah, it's like no bad vibes. It's like
Receives you
everything is
different too.
irie. Like I've never
Yeah.
smoked marijuana, but like I could imagine the high you feel like when you it's like that when you're around beautiful people.
See, you are confused.
It's like yes, everything is irie.
Oh Lord, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Again, let me just let you guys know. Again, a raffle will be happening. Let me check my date. On the 23rd of June. People who are participating in chats, your name will be placed in the raffle, will be placed for the raffle, and the draw will be happening on the 23rd of June. So I don't know what to do. This is only episode 3. So pull up. According to Rihanna, pull up on. Yeah, pull up, come through, support, and let's do the thing because it's some really, really nice prizes. Really, really nice. Kafisha might want to jump on the chats now.
Oh my god. Yes,
Kafisha might want
baby.
to jump on the chat. So, guys, it was a pleasure having this conversation with you. Look forward to having you next episode.
Next episode.
Yeah. So have a good night. Enjoy yourself and be beautiful people.
Bye.
Bye.